Hey guys, and welcome back to Boards, Bricks, and Battlefields, and another Tide of Iron playthrough video. Now this is gonna be a lot of fun. Uh, we have a lot of new stuff here. First of all, we have operational cards, 2 for the Americans, 1 for the German. We have 2 strategy decks per player. We have transport units. We have hidden units. So this is pretty much the playthrough that is going to show you everything that we haven't seen so far when it comes to the base game. So after you watch this playthrough video, you will have seen everything that this game has to offer, the basic game that is. So this is going to be a lot of fun. We also have smoke, that is also something new, which we haven't seen before. So smoke, once we get to all of these things, we're gonna talk about it, of course. So this is the scenario which is called Liberation, and it should actually look like this, but I put it like this because if I were to put it like this, I would be really zoomed out with, we have widescreen screens. So I've just put it in that fashion for you to have a better view of the battlefield. I tried also, I mentioned this in the last video, I tried putting a tripod down and filming from the side, but I just did not like the view. I just don't think it looked good. So I think this is gonna look a lot better to just capture from top up. Okay, so let's talk about this scenario. We have 8 rounds. Starting initiative is the Americans. We have 3 actions per turn, so there's a lot of stuff that's going to go on. We have reinforcements for the first time. In game round 3, we're going to have 2 M4 Shermans coming to reinforce the Americans. And you can see these R's here, that's the hexes where you can receive reinforcements. So it's going to be all the way down here. We have engineers, and these engineers they're special engineers because we have an operational card, so they can make smoke. So we have this card, lay smoke. Your engineer units may spend 2 movement points to place 1 smoke marker in the same hex. A hex may contain a maximum of 1 smoke marker. So this special rule says that engineers units only need to spend 1 movement point to place smoke marker in their hex. So we got that going for us. Americans set up first, which they did, and then followed by the Germans. Americans start with free command, so I get 3 command points. I haven't even put that out, so I have a big advantage here with those points. The stream which we see here is shallow, meaning that it's going to be 2 movement points to move with infantry, 4 movement points to move with vehicles. Americans must draw 1 artillery strategy card in their starting mix and place in their play area. So yes, we are going to start with 3 strategy cards. That basically means that I'm not free to draw all 3 from the supply deck. I have the artillery deck and supply deck. I have to draw at least 1 from the artillery one. Okay, so our objective here is that the Americans immediately win if they control 5 buildings at the end of any game round. Otherwise, the player with the most VP wins if the Americans have not achieved their victory condition by the end of game round 8. Players earn VPs as follows. Each nation earns 1 VP from each building it controls, and the nation controlling the bridge earns 1 VP. So we have a bridge here, we have a building here, 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 here. And those VPs, they will be granted, not every round, but on round 8. So if you don't get to your objective, you want to make sure that you have as many guys out on those VP points as possible. So just remember the buildings and that 1 bridge. Let's go ahead and read just the scenario background. So in all the weeks following D-Day, the Allies continued to advance slowly from their ever-expanding beachhead, the only exception being the village of St. Lo. Here, the 29th Division has been bogged down for over a month, suffering more casualties outside St. Lo than on Omaha Beach. On July 17th, General Gerhardt, under great pressure from General Bradley, launches his final assault against the town, which is heavily defended by German Fallschirmjäger units. Okay, so here it says also that if you occupy one of the hexes in a multi-hex building, you gain control of the building if there are no enemy squads in any of the adjoining building hexes. If squads from both nations are present in different hexes on the building, neither nation controls the building. So that multi-hex building is seen here. And then we have the setup. So the Americans, they start with 3 strategy cards. We have the supply and artillery deck. Then we have 2 operational cards. We have that smoke card I show you. And then we also have this one, Merciless Assault. During assault attacks, your active squad gains 2 firepower. So that's only granted to the American player in this scenario. Deployment zone is any hex with a green border. So you can see it's all down here. And then we have the Germans, and they have 3 starting strategy cards. In addition, the Germans start with the sniper attack card from the ground support deck in their play area. So strategy cards, morale, deck 1, ground support 1. Operations card is desperate defenders. So we also get an operational card. Your squad may attack at half their firepower, even if they are pinned or disrupted. Squads containing friendly officers do not gain any additional benefit. Okay, so that's going to be a nice card to have on hand. So that's Desperate Defenders, and then we have Deployment Zone, any of the hexes on map 1A or 11A. So that's both of these 2 map panels. So then we have divisions, of course, and Americans, they start with Division 1, which has 25 regular infantry, 4 elite, 1 officer, 1 machine gun, and 1 half-track. Also gets 1 medic, 1 flamethrower, 2 engineers. The Division 2 has 12 regular infantry, 4 elite, 2 officers, 1 machine gun, 2 mortars, 2 half-tracks, 1 medic, 1 flamethrower, 1 engineer. And the Americans get Germans get 15 regular infantry, 2 elite, 1 officer, 1 machine gun, 1 bazooka, and 3 concealed unit markers. So 3 of these 5 squads can be concealed. Division 2 is 5 squads, 1 can be concealed. We get 1 bazooka, or actually it's a Panzerschreck, I assume, if they're not captured bazookas. 8 regular infantry, 6 elite, 2 mortars, 1 machine gun, and 1 half-track. So you can see that the Americans, they have a big advantage here. They have a lot of infantry. That's 37 infantry together, and we have 23 regular infantry with the Germans. So they have a big advantage on this map. And they also get Sherman reinforcements. So I'm really going to have to do my best here to defend against these Americans. So we'll see what happens. We have some objectives here, command objectives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And they're all neutral, so they can be captured by any nation to gain command points. Okay, so we start by giving the Germans their sniper card. There we have the sniper attack, and you've seen that card before. You take an enemy within line of sight of a friendly unit, roll 3 dice, and a roll of 6. You kill 1 squad member of your choice, so that goes to the Germans. And then our Americans are going to receive 1 card from artillery deck 1, and we get offensive artillery, which is established contact, target hex, determined drift, and area attack with 5 dice. So that goes here. And then we draw 2 cards from the supply deck. And we get specialist supplies. Choose 1 of your squads to receive a specialization, munitions. 1 of your regular, replace any of 2 of your regular infantry with a machine gun, mortar, or 2 elites. That's a really good card. So I'll keep those here. And I keep my VP up there. And now we need to draw 3 strategy cards for Germans, because remember, it was in addition to the sniper card I received. So we get suppressive support, which we can use to place a pinned token or make someone disrupted that's already pinned. Discard one face-up strategy card from your opponent's HQ area, so that's a good one. And then we get anti-air support. That's not going to help us at all, since they don't have the air support deck, but your opponent immediately loses up to 2 available commands, so that could be nice. That's only going to cost us 1 command point, so that can be a good strategy to remove some command from them. And all of them are action phase cards, so they can be bought during the action phase, obviously. Okay, so I'll put them out here. And then I want to just show you now the squads I have. So here, half tracks transporting units. And we have number 1 down here. He's transporting 3 elite, 1 officer. Next up is transporting, let's see here. Yeah, it's this guy. He's transporting also 1 officer, 3 elite. And these guys are flamethrowers. As well as the previous one, so I'm sending up my best troops here with half tracks. And number 3, he is a double mortar, so I'm just hoping to get my mortars up as quick as I can to support the infantry. And I actually might wanna, I'll just leave it as it is. Okay, here we have a machine gun squad, 2 regular infantry, 4 regular infantry, 4 regular infantry who are engineers, 1 officer, 1 elite, 2 regular infantry, medic, 4 regular infantry, 4 regular, 4 regular, 4 regular engineers, 3 regular, 1 elite, medic, 4 regular, engineer, machine gun squad with 2 regular. Then up here we have 1 elite, 3 regular with bazooka, and they're concealed. Here we have 4 regular, concealed. Here we have a machine gun squad with 2 elites. Machine gun squad with 1 elite and 1 officer. 2 mortars. 4 regular. 4 elite with a bazooka, and they are concealed. 4 regular. 4 regular. And then finally we have a half track who transports 1 squad of 4 regular infantry, and they are also concealed. So all this concealed and smoke, and what else do we have? Reinforcements, which we haven't seen before. Just hang on. When we encounter it, I will explain exactly how everything works. So we are now finally ready to play after 12 minutes of babbling. So the US have the initiative. They can decide do they want to put any of their units in Opportunity 5 for free. They say no. We ask the Germans the same question, and they also say no. We don't want to use Opportunity 5. Great. So let's go. We got 3 actions here to do. And let's see here. I don't want to use any of them cards yet. So we should also, since we start on these points, we should capture them. So the Germans immediately capture a total of 4 points of command points. That's going to be a big advantage, and the Americans, they only have 1. But of course, they are looking to try to get that number 2. So it's time to start moving. I'm going to move in the half tracks. The half tracks, they have 7 movement points. So we have some, I believe this is hills. And these hills don't cost anything to move up on, since they have a road and we come from the same road going in that way. So 7 movement points, it costs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. See if I want to go all the way up there. 5. Okay, I'll move in there. 6. So that is going to be 1 action. And then for a second action, I move out my squad. See, and that is transporting number 1. So I have this guy with a number 1 transportation marker. And he has to pay 2 movement points to go out. That's the cost of moving out. And then, let's see here, he's got a movement value of 5 because he has a +1 for the officer. So I think he will 3, 4, 5. He will simply snag the woods there before the Germans can have a chance to move in. And I hope they're not going to kill him. We'll see about that. Okay, so then we activate our next unit. I want to get those, I think I want to get those mortars up. And the mortars are, that's the third one. So we activate this one. Let's see here. Oh, he's not standing where he should. So he has to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He could actually move up the hill for 2 points instead. 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think I'll stop there. And then I don't have any more actions. So this guy is going to have to jump out next time. And I'd really like to do my artillery on those guys because it's an area attack and they're all grouped together. But to establish contact, I have to roll a 5. So me hitting them with artillery doesn't seem very likely. So that's, but that's just the way it is. Maybe next turn. Okay, so I've done my 3 activations. We go over to the Germans. And they are going to move in with the machine gun here. And then we're gonna... Well, yeah, so this guy, these concealed guys, they're unconcealed now. There is a few ways that soldiers can go from concealed to unsealed. And let's just talk first about what concealment does. It does, no one can fire at you, not even with area attacks or something like that. So he could have done towards his machine gun that artillery, but not against other guys. So that's very good, right? But the problem is that if you ever fire or support an attack, your concealment goes off. Then on top of that, your concealment also goes off if you're ever within line of sight to the enemy in the open without cover. Then your concealment also goes off. It also goes off if you move into a command point or a BP point. It also goes off if you are adjacent to an enemy during the beginning of the status phase, even if you're in cover. So that's how it works. It's kind of a good way to be able to keep your units from being attacked. And then when you feel ready, you decide, okay, now I want to attack. But unfortunately, they're not in cover, so I didn't expect them to rush the forest there or the woods, but that's what happened. So they lost their concealment quite quickly. But anyway, I am going to attack. So I'm going to attack with this squad first, and we will do... I'm considering whatever I should do, a normal attack, or if I should do a suppressive fire. He will get 2 cover, but now he's got 3 elites and 1 officer, so he's going to have a +4 cover against any suppressive attack, so that's not going to be an option. Let's do actually the machine gun first, because the machine gun, he has a 4 in firepower, and then we got 4 more firepower from those 2 elites, so we get 8 dice, and we're going to hit on a 4, on a 5, or a 6. We have a good chance of taking out those guys. And we get 3 hits. And those guys will get 2 defensive dice being in a forest. And they do 1 defense, so they will take 2 hits. So I shall remove... I'll do the officer, and then I'll do 1 elite. Okay, so that's it. They have 1 more action. And see here, the half tracks, they have a firepower of 4. I'll do this one because he has an elite infantry there, so he gets 2 from that. And then he gets 3 from the regular soldiers, so that's 5 dice. And he does one hit. Let's see if my two elites can, yeah, they block two, so that's no damage. Well, those infantry are quite lucky. Okay, so then it is the US turn again. And let's see what I want to do. I think I kind of want to try to bust out that artillery. So I don't have to pay for this, since this is one card that I started with in my playing area. So I'll attempt to use this. And what I need to do is establish contact. So I need to roll the number that we see here, which is 5 or higher, to establish contact. So I just like to put a fatigue marker when I use a card, just to remember that I used an action doing that. So we get to roll 1d6. We need a 5 or a 6. Oh, we get a 6. Awesome. Okay, so now you target hex. So of course my target hex is going to be here. And we need now to determine drift. So when you determine drift, there's 3 different drift levels. There's 6, which is the worst one. You need to roll a 6 to make it go the way you want. If you roll a 6, it means you have no line of sight. Then you have 4, which is you have line of sight to the target, and then you have enhanced line of sight, which is 3, and that's if you have an officer who is non-fatigued with line of sight, or you have any friendly unit adjacent or in the hex that you're firing. So now we're gonna get to roll 2 dice. 1 red to determine any drift level, and 1 black to determine if we have drift. So our line of sight is enhanced. We get a 3. So if we roll a 3 or higher, it doesn't drift. Please don't drift. Oh yeah, look at that, a double 6. Yeah, that is awesome. Okay, so we'll look at the card again. And it says target hex, determine drift. There is no drift. Area attack 5. So this is now going to attack them with 5 dice. And that's, again, an area attack. So it attacks all of them. It will hit on 5s and 6s. And they have no cover. Oh! Oh, wow. Look at that, guys. 5, 5, 5, 5. You gotta be kidding me. I killed 3 squads with 1 action. Oh, man. I've always said since I started playing this that I don't like artillery. I generally do not use it because I just don't think that it's never gone my way. It's always been either a wasted action that I try to establish contact and I don't gain contact, or that it drifts and hits something that it shouldn't. But this time, man, okay, this card now is taken out of the game since it's been used. So that was my action. Poor Germans. Okay, they're pretty done for, I would say. So that's it. I'm gonna keep my token here just to remember I use that to activate a unit, because that way I can kind of count here. You know, I used 1, 2, 3, now 4 actions, so I have 2 more actions. So I am going to take my mortar crew out of this. Should be number, oh no, that's, oh yeah, it's number 3. Okay, so I'll go out. It's gonna cost me 2 movement points, and that means I have 4 more movement points. I think I'll go to the safety behind this hill here. Okay, and then I have 1 more action. I think I'll bring up, I think I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the last squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then he's fatigued. And that's it. We go to the Germans. Okay, we got a mortar squad here. He's going to try to get some revenge on these flamethrower guys. He is gonna use Let's see, should I use? Yeah, let's go with suppressive fire. He just gets so many more dice. So he gets 8 dice with suppressing fire. He fires at those guys, hits on a 5 or a 6. And he only gets 1 hit. I'm telling you guys, the Germans in this game, they cannot hit. So he becomes pinned. Okay, and that's an action. You know, I just figured that one smart way to do this is just take 3 action counters at once, and then you can easily keep track of how many you warded and how many you have left. Okay, I'm gonna retreat. There's no point in even trying here because I'm just gonna get killed. So I'm gonna retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Maybe I should actually have, let's see here. I could have went to this hex instead, so I'll do that. And then the last action, I take out number 1, which is over here. That's 2 movement points. And then 2 more moving into the forest, where he stays concealed. And that's it. The problem is here that, so I can, you know, seek cover in the buildings. They will give me free cover, but once the Shermans come, they have this skill which the Panzers in general do. The what's it called? The Panzer IV also have it, concussive firepower. So they receive a +3 range and +3 firepower when attacking a squad in a building or pillbox. So that's going to be just devastating. So I think, I said it times before, I think it's done for the Germans. Okay, that's the last actions. We go to the Americans. And I'm just going to go ahead and start moving up all my troops. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3 actions. And we go back to the Germans. And yeah, I think they're gonna just hold their position. And these guys who are in the buildings the same, they're just gonna hold their positions for now. So they pass to do any more actions. So they have ended their game round. So now we can move order freely the rest of our troops. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's the first time a soldier drops out of the squad base. I've used a tool to kind of make these fit better. I guess you call it a pincer or something, but just to kind of clamp down on it and make it a little bit rounder. 1, 2, let's see, I don't want to have any fire on me. We got this guy. 3, 4, and I just do the other ones all the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that should be it. That's it for our actions. So that's the end of the first action phase. 1 out of 8. Determine control over objectives. The Americans capture a new objective over here. So that's going to give them 2 more command points. That's going to be a tough thing for the Germans to deal with. Okay, let's see here. Receive command points. So the Americans will receive 3 command points. And the Germans shall receive 4. So, okay, they don't have any command points. I was going to give them a 5 and take 1 back. Okay, and then we go to spend command. So let's see if I want to buy any of these. Oh, they're pretty good, all of them. So I think I'll purchase both of those cards. That is the specialist supplies. One can become an anti-tank, medic, flamethrower, and this is the replace any 2 of your infantry with a machine gun or mortar. So I'm going to buy that for 4 command points. So cards go out of the game, money goes back to the bank, and first of all I'm going to do a flamethrower squad on one of these guys. Let's see, I'll do on this guy, 4 regular infantry. And then we have 1 upgrade where we could do elite infantry or a mortar. And I am gonna do a mortar. So I'll do this guy. So we remove 2 of his regular infantry soldiers. And simply replace with a mortar team. There we got a mortar team. So that's going to be helpful dealing with all of these guys that are entrenched over here. Okay, and then we go to the Germans. Let's see if they want to spend any command points. Suppressive support. Well, they're action phase cards, all of them. So I don't want to spend anything on those things. And the Americans, they don't spend any initiative on the initiative cards. The Germans don't do that either, since they will get initiative 100% now, since the US didn't spend any on that. So then we go to status phase. We draw strategy cards, and the Americans choose the supply deck, and they get supply drop, which is pretty good to get this early in the game. And then the Germans draw a ground support card, suppressive fire, which they already have. Okay, so let's go. I have a lot of good cards for the Germans now, so I can use those and hopefully do something. We remove tokens and decrease disrupted to pinned and pinned to normal status. We remove fatigue. And then we give everyone a chance to say yes or no to opportunity fire. And the Germans have the initiative. They say yes. They put this machine gun in opportunity fire. And they don't do that with anyone else. And then the Americans say no, they don't want to put any unit in opportunity fire at the moment. Okay, great. So then we have squad transfers, but that's not something that's going to happen. That very rarely happens, to be honest, since you can't transfer to squads with these, and especially, that's kind of what you want to do, but you can't. An advance round marker. Okay, so this time the Germans get to act first. We will use the mortar, and we will counter that mortar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7 hexes away, and we shall use disruptive or suppressive fire, meaning we get 8 dice. Oops, I knocked over all my cards. And look at that, we got 3 hits, which means he is going to be disrupted. So that's going to take a while for him to rally from. So that's good. And then let's see what we want to do. I think I want to spend some cards. First of all, I want to use... Maybe I should shoot before I do that, eh? Let's see, my half track, his range is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would probably be a good idea to engage. His firepower is 4. So he's going to use some normal attacks, since those guys are elite infantry. Will have a +2 then cover to suppressive attacks. He hits some 5 and 6s, but he misses. That's a shame. Okay. He can fire 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to fire 4 dice. Hits on 5 and 6. Yeah, he got 2 hits. Well done. But they get 2 cover. And I'm telling you, the Germans cannot win. Okay, he's fatigued. And we go now to the Americans. Okay, let's see what we want to do here. I want to use the mortar. I want to use a suppressive attack on the machine gun over here. So I get 4 dice. I get 1 hit. They get 2 defensive dice because they're in the woods. And they get a defensive dice. Well done, Germans. Well done. Okay, I want to, let's see here. I'm actually standing up and playing. I don't know why. This is, I'm sitting down now. I'm so excited. Let's see. I kind of wanna move an officer back here to help them recover faster. So let's see. I have an officer in truck number 2 here. It's just that he's within line of sight of these guys. So that's a problem. Okay, I'm just going to have to let that be. I'm going to fire, though. These guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll fire 4 dice at him. So I will do... I'm going to do disruptive or suppressive attack against him. Nope, he has an officer and an elite, so that's going to give it a +2 cover against suppressive attacks. I missed that before. So let's do a normal attack, then I get 2 hits, and he will get 2 defensive dice. And he gets 1 block, so we remove the elite infantry, leave the officer that he has with him. Okay, and then we fire with the next guy, and we're going to take this half track, which has a range of 5, firepower of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's actually within distance. I thought they were at long range. So we fire it with him, also a standard attack, and his firepower is 4. We got 1 hit. They get 2 defense, and they don't get that defense, so I take out the officer now. So now only the machine gun remains. However, it is now the turn of the enemy to act. So I will use... First, I will use my anti-air support. So that is 1 command cost. Your opponent immediately loses up to 2 available commands. So I pay 1 command to use that card. And the US lose 2 command points. And that's my first action. I'm just going to put one of those there to remember I did that. And then I will use a sniper attack. Oh man, I don't think I had that card I just used. I don't think I bought that card. So that card, let's see here. Oh, it's an action phase card. Okay, so we're good. Very good, no problem. Then I use my sniper attack, and I don't have to pay for that card because I started with that on my hand. So I will fire 3 dice on those guys. Hits on rolls of 6. And I don't know why the sniper never gets... I never killed anyone with the sniper card. Okay, so we have that. Well, not really sure what to do here. I could fire with these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be long range, but at least I do something. So 4 dice. And no hits. He only hits on a roll of 6. And these 2 guys, I don't even want to fire with them since they're concealed. I want to keep them safe from the tanks, because the tanks are going to be rolling up here in a moment. So it goes back let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It goes back to the US. And I fire with this half track now. So he will get 4 attack dice against this fella. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 5. Oh, yeah, the range is 5. Sorry. 4 in power, 5 in range. But he misses. And this guy is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also. 5 hexes away, so he fires as well. And he hits with 1 die, 1, 5. And the machine gun gets to roll 2 defensive dice. And he manages to roll 2 blocks. So I think this is a good case of, you know, example of when maybe supporting fire would have been the smarter move. That I would have activated fire with one of them and used the other 2 as supporters. That would have given me, let's see, 5 plus 3 plus 3. That would have given me 11 dice. So that would have been more likely, I think, to kill him than to use each one like that. But it's very easy to be wise afterwards. So that's what it is. Okay, I'm going to move in here. I'm not going to expose myself to opportunity fire. Go back to the Germans. And the Germans. So the Germans, I think, are going to just pass. They will fire with this guy one last time because he is not concealed. So they will fire at these guys with 4 dice. Yeah, and they're at long range. So they only hit on a roll of 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, long range. Oh, they get 1 hit. Look at that. And then we roll 2 defensive dice because they're in the woods hex, and they block that 1 successful attack. Okay, so now the Germans are done for the game rounds. It's all Americans, so I'm just gonna move everyone up basically. So let's see here. I'll do this one. I'm safe behind here, and these guys move into the forest, and they don't want to move any further because they know that they will get opportunity fire if they do. Okay, and that is the end of game action phase game round 2. So we move on. Determine control over objectives hasn't changed. Receive command points, and again the Americans should receive 3, and the Germans should have 4, I believe. Yes, 4. Oh, they have 7 points now, so they're getting there. And spend cards. Should the Americans buy the supply drop? Well, they might as well. It costs 3 points. Sorry, it costs 2 points even. So that's really cheap. I probably forgot that when you draw a strategy card which has that icon, you get to draw an additional card. I probably forgot that, but it is what it is. So I pay 2. Target hex, determine drift. Target hex, we are going to target, let's see, where do we have an officer? Here we have an officer. So he's gonna target his own hex. So that's enhanced line of sight. We get to roll 3. We should have a 3 or higher on the black one. We roll a 5, so it lands where we want to. In that hex, we're now going to have a blue 2 command point, which he is going to have to stay in capture for the next turn. Okay, so that's it. We remove the card. And points spent, and then the Americans will spend 1 command point on initiative. Goes to the Germans, and the Germans will spend 2 points on initiative. Since they have so much more command now, they can do that. So they're going to keep having the initiative, and they don't buy any cards because these are all action phase cards. So that's going to be for later. So we move on to determine initiative, which is done. The Germans keep it. Now we draw strategy cards. The Germans keep drawing from the ground support deck. reconnaissance, which is look at the top 3 cards of any of your opponent's strategy decks. Supply deck, request resupply. That's we've seen this one before. Look at the top 3 cards of one of your strategy card decks. Choose one of them to immediately place face up in your HQ area. Shuffle 2 cards back into the deck, but we get 1 more card because of that symbol, and then we get increased priority. So I accidentally drew an artillery card, but I'm going to have to deal with that. So that's reduces the cost of artillery cards. So let's just put that here. And the Germans card did not get that one. Oh yeah, the Germans also had that one. So let's draw 1 more. I easily forget that rule. Suppressive support. Choose 1 enemy squad with line of sight. Place a pinned or token on the enemy squad, or a pinned token on the enemy squad to disrupted side. Okay. So that's it. We remove all tokens now. These guys go to pinned. I think this is a really fun map, but feels a little bit like we're actually quite a lot like it's the Americans have a big advantage here. But I was extremely lucky taking out 3 squads in the beginning. Okay, place units in opportunity fire. The German is gonna place his machine gun in opportunity fire, and then squad transfers, scenario reinforcements. Finally, we get those M4 Sherman tanks. Whoops, they are going to start up here. Let me see. I think the reinforcements was all the way in the back. Yes, sir, it was. So they're going to start all the way back there. That's it. Okay, advance the round marker. Actually, I think... so that was the 2nd round. So actually, those guys should come on round 3. So they should come on this round. Okay, that's a disappointment. Well, I know that they're going to come this round. So at least that's something to be happy for. All right. So let's go ahead and see what we want to do now. Okay, so the Germans have the initiative. Let's see what we want to do. I want to use my my mortar to attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These guys again. They have an area attack, so these guys should also actually be pinned, since all of the units in that hex gets affected by whatever I fire with, no matter if it's a standard attack or a mortar attack, sorry, a suppressive attack. So we get to use 8 dice. We hit on 5s and 6s. And that's really unfortunate because 2 hits on someone who is pinned is disrupted. 3 hits would have been routed. So then I would have paid back for that artillery that hit me, but that doesn't seem like the game wants me to do that. Okay, so let me see. That's my first one. I got 2 more. I am going to use one of my cards. So I have this card, Suppressive Support, 1 command cost, and I make 1 unit within my line of sight pinned. So I pay 1 for that and put an activation marker down there to remember that I used 1 action for a card. Got 1 more action. And guess what? I'm going to do it again. So we have Suppressive Support. I pay 1 to use it. And then this guy goes from pinned to disrupted. And that's it for my turn. We go to the Americans. And I really want to deal with this machine gun because he's the only thing stopping me. I don't feel like I'm in a hurry because I got the tanks coming this turn. I got 5 more turns, so I think I'm pretty good. So I shouldn't rush in my troops and take a lot of casualties. So we'll use the mortar here. And he is going to use... He's going to use suppressive fire now because he doesn't have that cover from the elite infantry that he had and from that officer. So if I can just make him pinned now, I can move in for the kill with other guys. So 4 dice. I will hit on a 5 or a 6. He will get 2 defense from, I get 1 hit, 2 defense from the cover of the woods. Let's hope he does not. He got 1 cover, so that didn't help. Okay. So I'll keep firing with my half tracks up here. They do the same thing, and they will, let's see here. I'll use these 2 guys as supportive fire, so I will use actually direct fire now. So 5 dice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's within range of all those half tracks, so they have a firepower of 5 against infantry. Sorry, 4. And then I get 2 from the other guy, and then finally 2 from the other guy. So that's a total of 8 dice. I shall use that as a direct attack, so not a suppressive attack, because now I just want to get him killed. So that's a lot of hits. He's not going to be able to defend against that. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, and he gets 2 defensive dice, and he rolls snake eyes. So that German machine gun is finally taken care of. So that's our 4th squad that we eliminate. We put 2 fatigue markers here on these guys, but we still get to act. That's just 1 action, even though I used all of those units for that attack. Okay, I am gonna move out of this car here with this guy. That's 2 movement points, and then 3, 4, and they have actually 5 because of that officer. And the reason why I'm moving back there with him is because I want to remove these disrupted tokens so I can start using my mortar against these Germans who's hiding in all of them buildings. Okay, and that should be the end of my turn. I count only 5 actions, so I guess I have 1 more action. So let's go ahead now, and I want to move in my machine guns. So 1, 2, 3. So next turn I can move him all the way in. And that's it. We go to the Germans. And I am going to try to kill this guy who is disrupted. So I will fire with this guy. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he is within range. He will fire with 4 dice. However, then he shall... Let's see here. I just want to see if I made this right. 1, 2... Well, actually, this one couldn't be activated because those tokens were for the ones who supported. So, pardon me. Okay, so he attacks with 4 dice. He will use support of this guy to get 2 more dice. And he will not use the support of these other ones. And only reasoning for that is because then he will have to fire, do the long range, and only hit on a roll of 6. So we do a suppressive attack now. We hit with 1, and they get 4 defense because they have 2 special elite troops, and they get 1 defense. So they block that 1 hit we got. Ah, man. Okay, that sucks. I got 2 more actions. I am going to just take pot shots at them. So these guys fire 4. They hit on a roll of 6 or higher. And then these guys do the same. Hit on 6 or higher. They got 1 hit. They get 2 defensive dice from being in a forest, and they block with the 5. So that's it. Now they're all acted. I'm not going to act with my Germans who are concealed. All of the other ones are fatigued. So now I'll just give orders to my remaining troops here. So they're going to move 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. This is an officer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are all standard infantry. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And those are fatigued. Those are disrupted. So that's it. That's the end of the action phase of round 3. Okay, so we have received command points. I shall receive as the US a total of... Oh man! Why did I move away from that one? Crap! Oh, that was a bad choice. I'm gonna have to move back to get that one. Okay, well, that's, that happens if you don't pay attention. So I will get 3 command points instead of 5. That's a letdown. And then the Germans are still at 4. So that's the only thing they're doing better than the Allies is command points. They've only killed actually 2 American units, 2 soldiers from that squad. So not even whole squads. And the Americans have killed 4 squads. So let's see. That should be it. Spend command points. Request supply. Increase priority. The Americans don't spend any points on that. The Germans have only action phase cards, so they don't spend any points either. The Americans don't spend any points on initiative. They're okay with the Germans acting first because they have such a big lead. So we go to draw strategy cards. We keep drawing from the supply deck. Another munition resupply, so I can get another mortar. And then the Germans draw a ground support card. Another anti-air support, which I can remove 2 of the enemy's command points. And then we have place units in opportunity fire, and both teams say no to that. So then we have remove tokens. So remove all the fatigue tokens here. And then this guy goes from disrupted to pinned. And then over here we have the fast recovery during the status phase. Remove all disrupted tokens in this hex because this guy has an officer. So we saved ourselves 2 turns by doing that. That's really great. Okay, and then we have scenario reinforcements. And that is going to be for this round. Finally, we get the tanks, but I feel like I barely need them now. Okay, so the Germans get to act first. They are going to go ahead and escape from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They escape back into the building. They don't want to be part of this crazy fight. So that is 1 unit activated. And then I shall use suppressive support again. That's again to just pin or make a squad that's pin disrupted. So that costs me 1 command point to buy. And I pin this guy. And then I have 1 more action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll use my 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I have line of sight with the half track? I would say I don't, that it actually crosses that. Otherwise, I would have fired with the half track. I don't want to fire with those because they're concealed and they are too far away. So, okay, I don't fire, but I do my last action of this turn, that is. I buy another card, which is anti-air support, and that's 1 command cost. So I pay 1 command point. And that removes 2 command points from the Americans who have 3 command. So my Germans now have 5. The US have 1. So that's my last action. We go to the US. So I am going to move in my tanks. They have a movement value of 5. So let's see here. 6 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then that guy is in the way. So let's do like this first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's stop there. And then we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We use 2 units at the same time to speed this up. So you don't have to look at this video all night. Get your wife mad at you. And that's 3 actions. We go back to the Germans, and they are just desperate here. They are going to use the Saboteur card. Discard 1 face-up strategy card from your opponent's HQ area. He goes from 5 command points now to 3. He spent 2 points on that. And I will remove his munition resupply because that's a card I want to use as the Americans to get another mortar squad. So that is 1 action. And then, second action, I want to fire at that half track with my half track. My range is 3 to vehicles and my strength is 2. So I get to fire with 2 dice. I roll 1, 5. Can you see that? Yes, you can see that 5. And this guy gets 1 defense. He rolls a 5. I'm telling you, there's something about the Americans in this game. They cannot lose. Okay, and then I have should have one last action to do here. Because I did 2 actions on 2 cards and 1, and I've lost how many actions I've used now. I think I ran back with the mortar with 1. But that was the previous turn, right? Man, this is what I'm talking about. It's very easy to get confused. So let's see, I kind of want to use my bazooka troops, but I don't want to do it too fast. I want to do it when I want to save those for when those tanks are going to come. And it's also time now that I kind of have to get out of the buildings because I can't stay in the buildings with unconcealed squads. Man, this is tough. This is really tough. I cannot. These have a range of 1 that wants to these guys. So I can't do anything. Okay, I'll use. Let's see if I have line of sight here. Yeah, so these guys have line of sight. So they will use a long range attack, suppressive attack against that squad with 4 dice. And they get 3. So he is routed. If you get 2 suppression hits, he gets 1 defense because he has a medic. He actually gets 3 defense because he has a medic, 1 officer, and 1 elite. And he does not roll that defense. So that's the first whole squad that my Germans are able to kill. I am unsure of whether I have another action or not. I think not, because now we have 6 activation tokens here, so I'm pretty sure that's the 6th action they used. So that's a very good tip. Use these when you use an action card to kind of give you a little aid to remember, stuff like that. Okay, so it's back to the Americans. And now we are looking for payback here. I am going to move up my mortar. 1, 2. Get that. Remember, you cannot do fire and movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm within distance of that one now at least. And I will move up my machine guns. 1, 2, 3. And I will see here, move up the rest of my half tracks. 1, 2, 3, and I can only be in 2 in 1 hex, so the other one is going to have to go here. So next turn I'm just going to start firing a lot. And that should be it. See here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Looks like I've ordered 1 too many, so I'll go back with the machine gun. And then we have the Germans again. Is there anything I can do is the question here. I don't want to use my concealed squads. So I'll use my 2 squads here to do long range fire at him. And they will do normal attack to try to kill them. So first one starts, he's long, he's actually at normal range, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he will hit on a 5 or 6. And he gets 3 hits, wow. They get 2 defensive dice. And they get 1, so there are 2 of them who take hits, so they're dead. So that's the second squad the Germans managed to take out. And then I have this squad who actually I can't do anything with. Since he is not within range, he has to be adjacent. He doesn't have a bazooka. So I'll just fatigue them. So I'm done with the Germans. They can't do anything more. So now it's all good to go with these guys. So let's see here. I'm just going to move them up as far as they can go, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oh man, this guy keeps 2, 3. And that's it. So we're done. This is game round 3. We have 5 more rounds to go. I think the Americans are going to win this pretty easily. Okay, so we will now determine control over objectives, and I capture 1 objective over here, which is from my supply drop. So now we receive command points, and the Americans will receive 5 points. So they have a special 5 for that, and the Germans are still getting 4 points. So that's still pretty okay, I would say. So they are up to 7 points now. Suspend command, and see if they have any cards that can be good. I don't think I want to buy any cards with the Americans. I think I want to spend on initiative, though. Actually, it's the Germans should start since they have the initiative. They don't spend any command on this. And let's see here, the Americans have 6 points. So I don't think initiative is going to really matter. So I think the Germans pass on that. The Americans, though, they don't. So they spend 1 point on initiative to gain the initiative. So we determine initiative. It goes to the Americans. And then we go to status phase, draw strategy card. We keep drawing from the supply deck. Request resupply. That's not a card I like very much. We get to draw another card. Vehicle parts. So this is a good one. Choose one of your vehicles so we can repair one if they would become damaged in the command phase. We draw for the Germans. And they get medical support. So a command phase card. And then that's it. So initiative this time. Squad transfers, no reinforcements. And let's remember to advance the round marker. Should actually, I wonder if I did that last turn, because these guys arrived on turn 3, and then you should advance it. So again, I think I have forgotten it. We should be in the 5th, I reckon. I'm really sorry about that. I don't know why I can remember all of these very intricate rules, but advancing that round marker seems to be something that's hard for me to do. I think that should be correct, right? Because in round 3, I received those Shermans, and then it would have advanced to 4. So I used them in round 4, so now we should be in round 5. It would be impossible for them to be there in round 4. At the beginning of round 4, that is. Okay, so the American have initiative. I'm going to move in my tanks, and we should remove all of these fatigue markers before we move on. And ask also if anyone want to be in opportunity fire, and they say no. So I start as the Americans, free actions. I'm going to move in my tanks, movement value of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will do a movement and fire with them. So that's 4 movement points. So they are going here, and they are going to fire on this guy. And they have a range of 5. And their firepower is 6. So let us actually do like this so I don't confuse y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll order one. I'll order one at a time. So fire and movement. So his firepower is 6. And then if he engages someone in a building, he has a +3 in range and +3 in firepower. So that gives us a firepower of 9. So I could actually, to stay safe from these guys who I know have bazookas, I could actually fire from here if I wanted to. His total fire range is going to be 8. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is from here. But this is a steep hill, so that's going to block line of sight. I could actually stand here and fire if I wanted to, but I want to stand here. So that's a fire and movement, so I have to half down, so it's going to be 4.5, which turns into 5. So I get 5 dice. I will do a direct attack, no pinned attack. And I don't get a single hit. And then I knock over all my friendlies here too. Okay, so that's a shame. I thought I would maybe take him out. We do the same with the next guy. And we get to roll as we remember. 5 dice. And we get 1 hit this time. They get 3 defense. And they get 1 block. So unfortunately that is not a hit either. So let's go ahead and use the mortar now. I'm using the mortar on that guy, and with the mortar I am going to do suppressive fire. So that's going to be 8 dice. And I do not a single hit on him. So it seems like the luck has changed for the Americans. They're not hitting anything. This guy is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's a little bit far away, so I'm going to move him up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is 1 action. And actually I can't do that. I have already done 3 actions. So he's going to have to wait until next turn. So we go to the Germans. And I will fire with my half-track against this half-track. So his anti-armor value is 3. So he gets 3 dice. He has a range, 2 dice. He has a range of 3. So hit on 5s and 6s. I get 1 hit. His armor is 1, the half-track that is. So, and he doesn't block it. So he's now lightly damaged. So I'll put one of these on the US half-track. Oh, my dice tower kind of broke. Okay, so that's 1 action. Man, this is so lost. I use the mortar. He will fire in this hex where I have 3 squads, no officers, so there's no protection against suppressive fire. And I will use suppressive fire 8 dice. I should have line of sight to them, I reckon, with at least 1 of all my squads. This guy is fatigued, so he can't spot for me. but this guy has line of sight. So this guy spots for me. Roll. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So that's the dangerous part about bunching up all of your troops. They should have used that smoke ability that the 2 engineers have, because 4 suppression hits, that's routed. So all of these 3 guys are dead now. So that's the Germans certainly got their payback. But yeah, that suppressive fire, if you can get enough hits, that can be devastating, as you see. So that was a little bit stupid of me to do. But, I mean, that's actually pretty fun, because now I feel like, before I just felt like it was a walkover. Now I feel like maybe the Germans can hold out. They just need to hold out for 3 more rounds. I have 1 more action with the Germans, and I will see here. Who do I want to kill out of these guys? I'll use this squad to fire at this squad here. Let's see, he's a flamethrower. I'll fire at the flamethrower. I'll fire 4 dice. Suppressive attack. Hope to pin him. Hit on 5 or 6. I get 1 hit, and they get 2 defense because they're in a building. And they manage to roll 2 blocks, so they're not affected. Okay, that's a shame. We go back to our Americans. And now I want to get payback for what they did to my troops. So I am going to move in with my flamethrower. He has 4 movement points. Oh man, that river kind of screws that up. I need to destroy this half track before I can set my plan into motion. But I want to move up with 1 guy so I don't have to worry about getting killed again like that. So 1 point, 2, 3 points. I just move up there. I can actually do a fire and movement. That is 1, 2, 3. And they have 4 movement points -1. So I do a fire and movement, and I see here. They have line of sight to this squad, 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So they use suppressive fire on him. 2 dice since they moved, or actually 3 standard, 1 elite. So that's going to be 5 dice. That turns into 3 half and round it up. And I got 2 hits. 2 hits. Can they defend? They have 2 defensive dice since they're in a building, and they cannot. So those guys are now disrupted. Okay, that's a good deal. I have 2 more actions to perform. And I want to use my mortar. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's too far away, so he cannot do anything proper now. See, my range of my half tracks against infantry is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll use 1 half track to fire against the same squad here. And their firepower is 4. The range is 5. I always confuse the half track's range and firepower. So again, range is 5 and firepower is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I fire 4 suppressive fire. I score 2 hits. They have 2 defense. And they missed both of those, so they are now routed. Bye-bye, Germans. Okay, that's a good deal. So we're picking them off 1 by 1. There's not too many left. We should be able to do this. Let's see here. That should be our last action or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1 more action to do. I use the next half track, I guess. I fire at this half track, so my anti-tank value is 2 with a range of 3. So I get to roll 2 dice, and I roll a 1 and a 2, so it's a miss. Goes back to the Germans, and they don't have any good cards to play. We'll need a reconnaissance card. I don't know why this guy is fatigued, because he is concealed, so he should not have fired. So I don't know if that was maybe on that squad that died. I don't know, but a concealed squad cannot fire. They can fire, but if they do, they become unconcealed. So what do we want to do here? It's not really much we can do. I got one squad here I can fire with. 1, 2, 3, 4. They use suppressive fire on the flamethrower. So they fire with, see, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're within range. They do suppressive fire. And they miss. And then I use this squad. They do also suppressive fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they do long range attack. Actually, I think their line of sight is blocked by the other building, which is adjacent to them. So they don't have line of sight to anything. So for the Germans now, I'm out of actions. I can't do anything else. I just end my action phase for the Germans. And now the Americans get to act with all of their guys. So first, I will fire with my half track against this one. Again, his anti-tank is firepower of 2. I get 1 hit, and he has 1 armor, and he does not block, so he's now lightly damaged with that half track. And then I just simply move up the rest of my forces. See here, I want to get that machine gun up. Oh, I lost that 1 machine gun, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since he has an officer, I can move 1 extra step. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And finally the mortar. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it for this round. I've activated all my units that I have. And these guys who are in the building, they are going to use an action to pop smoke. So let's see here. I put 2 smoke markers because you remove 1 in the remove tokens phase, and it lasts for 1 entire round. So it's going to be this round, and then you remove it in the next status phase. So just like a way to help you remember. Because if there's a lot of smoke and a lot of stuff going on, it can be hard to remember, did I put it this round or last round? Okay, so we go to determine control over objectives. We now capture this objective. And then we receive command points, and I receive 6 now with the Americans. Since they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm up to 11 command points. The Germans have lost 1 point, so they now receive 3 command points. And that's that. Now we can spend command. Vehicle parts, I guess, could be... I don't have any... Let's see, choose 1 of your vehicles. Remove a light to damage token from it. The cost of this card is reduced by 2 if you have at least 1 engineer unit in the vehicle's hex. So command cost is 3. So I simply buy that 1. So I pay with 5, I get 2 back. So I now have 8 command points. And that I use to repair my half track with. I kind of have to push now because we're running out of time, and I have to kill these guys. And that's it. Do I want to spend any command points on? I have 8 more command points. That would be 10. But the Germans have so much that they could just counter it. So I'm not going to put any more command points on. So we go to the Germans, and they will spend command 1 on initiative to receive the initiative. And then they spend 1 on medical support for 1 command cost. They now have a medic. And the medic is going to go on, see here, this squad up here, to give him +1 cover. That's going to help him out a little bit at least. And then we have reconnaissance, but I'm not going to use that. And that's for the action phase anyway. So with determined initiative, it goes to the Germans now. We draw strategy cards. We keep drawing from the supply deck. Specialist supplies, so choose one of your squads to receive flamethrower, anti-tank, medic or engineer. That's a good card, but used in the command phase. And the Germans draw the last card here from ground support deck, which is the sniper attack again. So I'm definitely going to use that one. Okay, and then that is it. We remove our tokens. And let's not forget now to, everyone want to be an opportunity fire? The answer is no. So now we advance the turn. We are now in game round 6. Wow, this has taken longer than I thought it would. I thought I would be able to kill them much quicker, but, well, it didn't happen. Okay, that was a real loss, losing those 3 guys, and he's going to try again, of course. So that smoke that is here is going to give them cover. It's going to give them 2 cover. So the question is, does this guy want to target this hex or that hex? I actually think that he has to go with this hex, because this has a flamethrower, a machine gun, an engineer. This is just 2 4 standard infantry. Yes, they get 2+ cover. Or actually, they also have the house, so that's going to be 5 cover. Okay, I'll go with this hex. So I fire with the mortar, another suppressive attack. And it's all standard infantry, so they don't get any protection at all. I get to fire with 4 dice, suppressive attack. If I can get 4 hits now, they are routed. Yeah, baby, look at that. So I take out 2 more squads. Wow. Okay. The Germans are doing pretty good now. This one should have been removed during the status phase. If you ever have an enemy adjacent to you, it doesn't matter if you're in cover, you remove that concealed marker. So that's just tough luck for the German. So he can fire now. That's a flamethrower, so he has to take him out. I really don't need to kill anyone, I just need to stay alive, so I'm going to use suppressive fire on him. That's going to be a hit on a 4, 5, or 6. I only need 1 hit. They get 2 hits. However, in this squad we have 3 elite infantry and 1 officer, so they get 4 defensive dice against suppressive attacks. And they only roll 1. Well, that's good. So he is now pinned. Okay, the Germans are doing actually pretty good, I have to say. 1 more action to take. Let's see which one I want to activate. I'll activate my half-track. He will do also a suppressive attack. His firepower is 4. So hopefully he can do something good. Hit on a 4, 5, or 6. He gets 3 hits. They still get 4 defensive dice. But they block none. So those 3 hits makes him routed. 3 hits on a pinned unit and you're routed. Okay, I'm doing something right with the Germans, but something wrong with the Americans. Okay, that's his last. That's their last activation. So now I think we're going to get quite a lot of payback. We are going to, I think we'll start with the mortars. So the question is, which one would be the best to suppress? I really have to move in and kill these guys now. Okay, let's start with this guy, because these guys are all activated, so I feel safe in moving in. So 1, 2, I can't even move in because of the river between us. I have to kill this guy first. Let's activate. Let's activate one half track, and we get to fire with 2 dice. Our amazing firepower against vehicles. Whoops, hit on 5 or 6, miss. Let's do next one, hit on a 5 or a 6, and there we go. So he's heavily damaged now. He doesn't have a defense. He only has 1 defense, but that's, you know, taken away if he's damaged. So now we activate the next one, hope we can destroy him. And there we go, he's destroyed. Finally, we get the half track out of the way. That half track proved to be very troublesome. Okay, see here, we have 2 buildings. We need to grab the bridge. That will give us 3 victory points. They have 3 buildings, so we should be able to do this. Just if we play this smart, we can't be stupid. And I'm pretty stupid, that's a problem. Okay, so it is the Germans now, though, and they will activate. This guy still doesn't have a line of sight, so this guy will fire, and he is going to fire into this squad. He's going to fire suppressive fire, so he will get 4. He will hit on a 4, 5, or 6. He hits with 2 dice. They get 3 cover from their building and 2 cover from the smoke. And they only defend against 1, so I should have said that it's the flamethrower guy I'm attacking, but anyway, that's the guy I'm attacking. Okay, so that's a good job. I think the Germans are really doing a good job here. Now, they don't want to activate this one because he's concealed, and this guy doesn't have a shot to anyone, so they will just end their action phase. And it is the time now for the Americans to show what they can do. Let's see this, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, let's start by trying to take these guys out. The mortars are very troublesome, so I'll use this one first. He will fire suppressive fire. 8 dice, and I'm thinking about if I should use support from this squad, because then he will get 2 more dice. The only squads that can support mortar attack is another mortar, so I'll use that. I get half of his firepower. He's just 1 though, so he has 4, which turns into 2, so I have 10 dice. 10 dice suppressive attack against the mortar there. I get 2 hits, that's not very good. They get 3 defense. And lucky me, he does not manage to defend, so he's now pinned. But I would have liked at least 1 more hit. But that's just the way it goes. Okay, so now it is time to move in. I'm going to move in with this guy first. 1, 2, and 3. And remember, I have the merciless assault. During assault attacks, your active squad gains 2 firepower. So we do an assault here. Or maybe we don't do an assault. Well, yeah, we do, because they can't defend themselves. They're mortars, so that would actually be perfect. So I started here. I have 4 movement points. 1, 2, 3. -1 because it's an assault, so it's a legal move. I get to attack with 4 dice. +2 for having a merciless assault. So that's 6 dice. We get 2 hits. They still get to defend though. Even if they were disrupted or fatigued, if they were pinned, I meant to say, they would get to defend if they were a normal squad. 3 defense. Block 2, so I lose. I lose the assault and I'm fatigued. Damn. Okay, this is getting a little bit, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. We'll see. I think I need some artillery probably. to take those guys out. Okay, we move with the next squad. We have the machine gun. I'm going to move him. Let's see here. I need to take the buildings now. That's what I really need to do. So I take, with this one, I move 1, 2, 3. And that's going to allow him to do a fire and movement. So he will fire on this mortar squad with 2 dice. It's half of his firepower for regular infantry. We score 1 hit. They get 3 defense in that building. And they manage to defend with F5. Okay. So then we have our tanks. We actually have our machine gun here. So we can use that. But firing from this hex, we're going to fire with half of our firepower because there's a smoke there. So I think maybe I will try to move in. Nah, I use stay. And his firepower is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be the machine gun who has 5, let's see, 4, 3. He's an American machine gun, so he has 1 less, so 3 in firepower, plus 2, so that's 5. So half of that is 3. So he's going to fire at this squad with 3 dice, and he will do normal fire. He scores 1 hit, and these guys will get 4 defensive dice because they're in a building and they have a medic, and they block that hit. Man. Okay. I only have my tanks left now, so let's see what the smartest move with them is. It would be really good if I could kill that squad there. It was really smart of them to get the medic. But if I can kill them and move in with, for example, another squad, that would really help me out. Because this is just 1 building, and then I can kill these guys. I'm pretty confident I can before the end. So the question is, do I want to stay and fire at long range, or do I want to go in for a close assault and try to score more hits that way? They each have a firepower of 6 against infantry, so if I were to move in here, I would have 6 dice. That's not really a lot. Okay, I go 1 by 1. It just feels safer that way. And I will move up 1, 2 to be able to fire on those. Let's see, they have a bazooka, so they have a range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll move here. So that way they have to do a fire and movement if they want to engage me. So I'll fire at the medic squad, and see here, that's a fire and movement. So that's maybe not the smartest move. So I'll stay. I think I was here. So they get to fire 6 dice each. So I'll start with the first one. And question is, should I do suppressive or normal fire? I'll do normal fire. That is 1 measly hit. They get 4 defense. And they defend. I activate the next German. Fire with 6 dice again. I get 2 hits this time. They still have 4 defense. And they don't block, so I kill 2 of them. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so the Germans have really turned this around. They have put up a really stiff defense, but it's looking like I'm starting to break them down. We have 2 more rounds to play. Okay, receive command points. The Americans shall receive 6 points, so they now have 14 command points. The Germans only receive 3, but they have quite a lot of command too. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They receive 3, so they have 9. Okay, so now spend command. I'm definitely going to spend now to get the initiative. The Germans have 9 points and 3 in the initiative base. So I know that if I spend 10 plus 1, let's see here, or that should be enough. Now it's 12, and they have, let's let's see here, they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They actually have 11, so that would be 14 if they spent all of their command. So I spend all of that command just to make sure that they cannot keep the initiative. And I don't buy any card, I think. Or actually, this one would be good. Do I have any squad I can give it to, though? Nope, I don't have any squad which I can give a specialization token to. So that's, well, I have this guy. Oh, he's a mortar, so I can't give it to him. Okay, so I don't buy any points or any cards. And the Germans, they buy, okay, these are action cards, so I can buy them in the action phase. And that's it. Okay, so we go to draw strategy cards. The Germans now draw from the morale deck, go to ground, place up to 2 concealed squad markers on 2 friendly squads located in the same non-objective hex. You may not choose squads that are adjacent to enemy units. And then we have the next one, because he got a plus, rally cry. As an action token, you may place an activation token on this card. Remove 1 pinned or disrupted token from one of your squads. And the Americans go. Maybe I should draw from the artillery deck now. Okay, so we get a suppressive barrage, suppressive area attack of 4. That's in the action phase, cost 1 command point. We remove all tokens. This mortar goes from pinned to normal status. This is a really fun game. This has been a long game, but it's actually really fun. I really like Tide of Iron, you might have noticed. Okay, so now initiative goes to the Americans. And let's not forget to advance the round marker there to 7. And the Americans get to act first. We should remove the smoke also this turn. So let's see what we want to do here. What is our most important objective? Well, we definitely want to kill this guy, right? So, man, I wish I had my flamethrower up there. Yeah, we have another pinned. Let's go ahead and attack. And we attack with a normal attack. They get 4 dice. They hit on 4, 5, or 6 since they're adjacent. So it's a close assault. They receive only 1 hit. They get 2 defense. And they don't defend, thank the Lord. So one of them is now dead. And that's my first action. Second action, I move in with this guy. 1, 2, 3. And I will do an assault now. So let's see here how many dice I'm going to get. So he has 4. And then we get half of the result of this, so that's 2. So that's a total of 6. And also remember, it's a close assault, so we hit on 4, 5, and 6. I might have forgotten that first assault, but yeah, we hit on 4, 5, and 6. And then we have the merciless assault. During assault attacks, your active power squad gains 2 firepower. So we get another 2 firepower. We have now a total of 8 firepower. So we hit with 4 dice, so he's not going to be able to defend now. He rolls 3 defensive dice. He blocks 1 attack, and he can't attack because he's a mortar, so he is dead. And then I move in to that building with the squad that I used to assault with. Beautiful. So now it looks like we probably are guaranteed to win this. So I will move into this building 1, 2, 3 to secure that building for the endgame VP in case they survive. So we need to control 5 buildings. We have 1, 2, 3. So we currently have 3 buildings. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then at the end of turn 8, if I don't control 5 buildings, you get VP. 1 for the bridge, and then 1 for each building. And they currently only have 2 buildings. So if I just move to the bridge here with one of my tanks, I'm pretty guaranteed to win. Okay, so I have no more moves, so it is the Germans' turn. This time they don't have any mortar to do any dirty business with, so I'll move into the house with this guy, do a fire and movement, and then he shall fire. Let's see, he could have fired. So I do this. I fire on him, suppressive attack with 4 dice. Sorry, 2 dice, since it's a fire and movement. No hits, and then I move into the building after that. Okay, that's the first action. Then we have this guy. He will try to heal himself. I said before that squads, I don't think that medics can heal themselves, but they can actually do that. 4, 5, or 6. He rolls a 2, so he fails. He does not manage to heal himself. And then I use a sniper attack here, which is going to cost me 1 command point. And I remove the command point, and I will hit on a 4, 5, or 6. And let's see who I want to target. That machine gun. I get to roll, I think, 3 dice. Yes. I don't know why I've never killed anyone with the sniper. I also wonder if it does say immediately destroy 1 figure of your choice. I also reckon that they don't get defense, but again, I never managed to kill anyone with it. Okay, so it goes back to the Americans, and I am gonna do this 1, 2, 3, 4 to make sure I have the bridge, and then I am going to open up with my mortars. They will open up and they will use suppressive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They will use supporting fire of these guys, suppressive attack. They have 8 dice. They gain 2 from their friends over here against these guys. So we need, I would like to get 4 or 5 hits here. And it looks like my wish was granted. I got 4 hits. However, the guys in the house do get 3 protective dice. And they don't manage to block any of those, so they are routed. Wow, poor Germans. They have lost now. Well, they did put up a good fight. Okay, so I have my machine gun. I have my guys here. So I think I'm just gonna focus on killing these fellas. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1. I'll remove this. I use the first tank, and again our firepower against infantry. Oh, I forgot to add the concussive firepower. So the firepower is 6, and then they get a +3 and in range and firepower against infantries in buildings. I forgot to do that last turn. So we fire now with 9 dice. We hit with 4, and they have a 4 in defense, 3 for the buildings, and 1 for the medic. And they make only 1 defense, so I've managed to also kill these Germans. And then I have next tank, and he's also going to be able to fire. So he will fire at that squad with the same amount of dice, 6 + 3, because they're in a building. He scores 2 hits, they get 3 defensive dice, and they don't manage to defend, so 2 of them are gone. Yeah, that would have made a difference if I would have used that concussive fire from the start, but I totally forgot about that. I was just about to say that, wow, the tanks, they weren't as suppressive as impressive as I thought they would be. Okay, so let's look at our half tracks. Our half tracks has a movement value of 7 and a range to infantry of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I definitely have range to them. So I'm just going to fire on those infantry. I think I'm out of actions though, so I gotta go with the Germans first. And this guy, I think he's gonna try to move. He's doing a movement 1, 2, 3, 4. because they want to control these buildings. And then this guy is just going to stay where he is. He still wants those tanks to come close, so he can fire with his bazooka. So since he's concealed, it doesn't make sense to me to move out of there. He's just going to get annihilated if he does. But I mean, of course, they can't win now. It's not a chance. So then we use the half tracks. We fire at that fella. The firepower against infantry is 4. So I'll fire and use support from the other. And then I also use the support of the machine gun. So I get, actually I fire with the machine gun. So the machine gun gets me 3. And then he has 2 standard infantry, which gives me 5. And then I get half of the firepower of each half track, and their firepower is 4. So that's 2 plus 2. So my final dice I will roll is 9 normal attack against that guy. And I score a lot of hits. 1, 2, 3. So let's see how much they can defend. They have 3 dice. Oh, they defend 2. So they lose. Let's see, I scored 3 hits. And they do 2. Okay, so I score 1 hit. There's 1 little German left there. And that is the end. I've activated all the units. So let's clear out the board here. We're going to have one last epic round. So receive command points. Do I capture any points here? Nope, I don't. So I still should receive 5, 6 points. And the Germans will receive still 3 points, right? Yes, 3 points. So I have 8 points now available, and the Germans have, oh, they have a lot. They have like 14 or something. So I'm definitely going to try to spend those, I reckon. And then spend command points. Command phase specialist supplies. There's nothing I can buy that's really useful to me. For the Germans, yeah, I get the rally cry, which lets me remove a pinned or disrupt the token. So that's a good one to have at hand, and that's going to be it. Let's see here. I don't think the initiative even matters because the German, he can't really do anything with his. Let's see here. I have 14. So here I have 10. 4, 5. I have 11 points left. So if I put that on, that would be 14. And that's the same initiative as the Americans have, and they have 8 available. So both of them say no to spending points on initiative. So then we go to draw strategy cards. Keep drawing from the artillery deck. Offensive artillery, which is the action phase. And the Germans get take cover, place in your play area. It's command phase. It's not going to happen because we don't have another command phase. So then we have removed tokens. This has been a bloodbath for both sides. The Americans have lost a total of 8 full squads, and the Germans have lost 8 squads and 1 half track. So it's really been a bloodbath, and the Americans have been quite. The Germans were unlucky to lose those 3 squads in the beginning. If they wouldn't have done that, maybe they would have the upper side now and actually maybe win. And that should be it. We do our advanced round trackers. We're round 8 now. It's the last round, and no one puts any unit in opportunity fire. The Americans still have the initiative, so they're just gonna go to town now on these guys. They will, first of all, they will use the mortars. So again, he uses this mortar, and then this guy has support. And they will do a suppressive attack against this squad here. So let's see, maybe I want to attack in a different way, by the way. Maybe I want to do this attack again. So he attacks. He has 5 dice. He used those 2 as support. And that's going to be, see here, 5 plus 2 plus 2. So he attacks that guy with a normal attack. So he scores 4 hits and he has only 3 defense. So he scores 1 block, but he's done. So that's unfortunate for him. That's my first action. Second action, I move 1, 2, 3, 4 into the building to take control. And then last action, I'll fire with my, see, we have a hill here, so I have to move up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I fire at half firepower. And his firepower is 6 plus 3 for concussive attack. He's in a building, so that's 9. That turns into 5. Half down and round it up. Normal attack, I score. Oh, I can't attack him because he's concealed. Ah, okay, so I don't do that. Let's see, his firepower is, his movement value is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's a road, so it's only 1 movement point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I just move close to him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I do the same, or actually I don't do the same with the next. I only do it with 1. I hope to lure him to fire at me so I can fire back. So then it's the German's turn, and this guy now decides to fire. So we remove this. So he has a fire value 4 plus 3 for the bazooka. So that becomes 7. So he fires at the Sherman with 7 anti-tank. He scores 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And the Sherman has 3 in armor. And he blocks 3 attacks, so he does 1 damage. Poor guy. He was waiting all his game to do that. Okay. Whoops. So let's see. I would like to capture that house too, but it's too far away. I'm not going to have the distance to take it. So that's the last German. And we should put a fatigue marker on him to remember he acted. So that is the last German. We can try to kill him at least. We got 1 more tank. 2 mortars here. So let's fire with the mortars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do a normal attack with them. That's going to be 5 dice. Normal attack. Hit on 5 or 6s. We could do a suppressive attack instead. That would be 10 dice. Let's do a suppressive attack. So that's 10 dice. Oh, he's elite infantry, so that's not going to be a smart move. Okay, let's do a normal attack, 5 dice. He fires with support of him. I score 2 hits. He gets 3 defense in a building. And he does not defend against any of those hits, so he takes those 3 hits. Okay, so then my mortars are fatigued. And I can still attack with this tank, and he's got to move because the hill blocks line of sight, so he does a fire and movement. So he will fire with 5 dice, 6 plus 3, half to half, rounded up. So there's a lot of math in this game. But yeah, 6 plus 3, half of that, rounded up, turns into 5. So 5 dice, again, a normal attack, hit on 5 or 6. Let's see, I should actually move into be adjacent to him. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough. Fire and movement, you get 2 less movement points with a vehicle. But now I will hit on a 4, 5, or 6. I don't score a single attack. Wow, that German really does not give up, does he? So he is still alive, and I cannot do much. The only thing I could do is I could move this guy up. So that would be, his movement points is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -2 because fire and movement, and then he would get to attack with half of his fire value, which is 2. So let's just do that because we have enough buildings to kind of give up on that. So we get 2 attacks, hit on 5 or 6. 2 hits, guys. Are we gonna take that German out? He gets 3 defensive dice. Oh, look at that! He got 3 blocks. He blocks. I get 2 5s. He blocks with 3 5s. That German is not giving up. I'm telling you, that is awesome. Okay, look here. These guys aren't fatigued, but I don't reckon they can attack. He can move 1, 2, and do a fire and movement, and he would 1, 2, 3, 4. He would be 4 away, so he would get to attack with 2 dice. So I'll do that. I'll throw everything in here, 2 dice. And he rolls 2 6s. You gotta be kidding me. And that's pretty funny, okay? And that guy now gets to defend with 3. And he gives up. His defense falls. He doesn't block a single attack. The last German is dead, and that's it. We had 1 guy left who could have attacked this guy. He could have walked 1, 2, and 3 and done the same with 2 dice. So let's just see what would have happened. He would have missed. So if the German would have survived this last double 6 attack, he would have survived the game. And I just think that's Tide of Iron for you, man. It's really a fight to the death sometimes until the end. So we got him in the very last step of turn 8. We don't control 5 buildings, but now it would be VP. I would receive 1, 2, 3 VP from controlling 3 buildings. No 0 bridges, and the Germans would receive 0 VP because they don't occupy a single building. Guys, this has been a very long game, but I hope that you have watched it with the same enthusiasm that I have when I play it. It is, again, a really fun game. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel because I am going to keep playing. I got the expansions. I bought the expansions, and it has a few missing pieces. I bought all of the expansions: the Day of the Fox, Normandy, Fury of the Bear, Stalingrad, and even the campaign book. And then I have Tide of Iron, the next wave, and the basic Fantasy Flight Games version. But the expansions I bought, 3 of them have missing overlays and pieces and 1 card. So I'm trying to figure that out. If I can find someone, I think I found a guy who can help me with that, who has some spare pieces, because I want to keep playing even the expansions and show you how this great system works. And I mean, I gotta say, so I'm a solo player. That's mainly what I play. And I became a solo player because I never understood two-handed. I love to play Memoir. I love to play Company of Heroes. Those are my favorite multiplayer games. And I tried two-handed. It was just so boring, man. But this game, I'm actually having a lot of fun playing this two-handed. And, you know, you always kind of figure that, oh, I'm this side, but, you know, you're playing to the best intention for both of them. And I don't know why, but it really works. I'm having a lot of fun. So I don't even feel with this, I don't even feel like I need a solo mode, that I would just add more complexity to it and a bigger footprint and all of that. So I'm just enjoying playing it like it is. And if you have this game laying around, it's really not that complex as it seemed to be. So I really suggest get that game on the table and play it, and you're not going to be able to stop either. Okay, guys, I want you to please like the video and comment on it if you enjoyed it. It really does help me out a lot. If you want to help me a little bit extra, you can become a supporting member of the channel. You click Become Member. That's going to cost you $2.99 a month. Goes to camera equipment and editing equipment, buying new games. I pay for 95% of my games. It's very rare that someone sends me a review copy. And you can also do a one-time donation with YouTube Super Thanks or PayPal, and you will find my PayPal address in the video description. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.